And welcome to the Popcorn Junkies. We're sitting here, we are excited because we're going to tell you the little highs and lows that we felt about the Oscars last night. It's a huge time of the year every year for you, very much.
It really is. Well, it's a huge time of the year for this family. We got so tantalisingly close.
We were on the short list.
Yeah, and it's just, you just sort of...
Not this year, last year.
Yeah, last year. Anyway, no, but I find it really exciting. I love them. I love the whole award ceremonies thing. But of course, Nadia is such a fashion expert. So,
I have no expertise whatsoever. It is literally going to be like, with your mate, having a bit of a look at the clothes. But I know what I like and I know what I don't like, but it's not based in any professionalism or expertise.
Oh, okay. So obviously, there were absolutely no surprises. I mean, quite literally, there were no surprises last night in terms of who won what. I think the biggest sort of surprise was the lack of attention given in the British mainstream media to The Zone of Interest winning Best International Picture. Emma Stone won. I think there was possibly the feeling that Lily Gladstone might have been the first Native American Indian to win there, and I know there's a lot of pushback suggesting that the Oscars dropped the ball to Emma Stone there, but I have to...
You wouldn't agree with that, would you?
I would entirely disagree, and it's not to take away from Lily Gladstone, the actress, but I didn't think it was a sensational film, and I didn't think it was necessarily a sensational performance either, so... quite
Whereas
muted.
you did with Emma.
Oh, I mean, yeah, just virtuoso. But what happened on the carpet? There were a few bits and bobs that I think happened last night. Let's have a walk through the arrivals.
Zendaya was exquisite. Of course, we've got a photo there, but when she walked through, there was audible gasps, wasn't there? She was like a dolly. She was so perfect. She was so beautiful.
I think some sort of tabloid copy is being made of the fact that Tom Holland wasn't with her. But I guess, you know, they're not attached to the
hip.
hip.
My God, it's so sexist.
I know. Where was he? I mean, it is a sensational dress. A sensational dress, though, wasn't it? A little bit of pink
I think it's
in
the
there.
Sensational body inside it. But I mean, on a lot of other people, that looked like a pair of curtains. On me, it would look like a sofa.
A sofa, I don't think so.
A very old sofa.
I do like that material. What is it? It's a sort of silky metal kind of thing. But she was going pink and black, and I think one of the sort of topics of the evening was not wearing pink. This is Anya Taylor-Joy.
Absolutely, ludicrously stunning, old style glamour Hollywood. She went for it, didn't she?
They're calling this mermaid chic.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, if only I was young and beautiful and could sashay around the house in one of them.
You can't go full mermaid chic because, of course, you'd end up smelling a fish and you'd be flopping around on the floor because you'd have no legs. Do you know what I mean? She'd have a fin.
Made me want to watch her chess show again.
Oh,
I
yes,
love that.
Queen's Gambit.
Margot
Robbie, set hearts a-fluttering.
Who's there to greet? The chess show.
I just saw a pink star fly across the sky. A balloon. No, quite literally, it was a pink balloon that just flew to the left that way. That was really odd for Barbie. Here's Margot Robbie. She didn't wear pink. Apparently that was trending last night. Where's the pink? Could it be a protest vote?
I mean,
no.
I don't think so. I think she wore pink because she was promoting the Barbie film and at the time, and because in Barbie she wore pink. But she's there representing herself.
Well,
she's not bloody Barbie, is she?
Well, Barbie was nominated.
Yeah,
for
but
Best
she's
Picture.
not Barbie now, is she?
She's not literally Barbie.
No, but she wasn't nominated. She wasn't nominated for Best Actress.
As a
or
producer,
anything.
she was. She was in the Best Picture category.
Yeah, not Barbie. If she'd been nominated for Barbie, she would have turned up. So maybe it is a protest vote.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
I think people always want to look for people being sort of
Saints,
bitter or, you know. I just love her in every way. As a woman, as an actress, as a smart ex-soap star, for God's sake.
Yeah, let's not forget Neighbours.
I mean,
she looks
not
like,
Neighbours.
Was it not Neighbours? I thought it was Neighbours.
You just said I thought it was Home and Away. You just
No, I
said,
didn't. I said Neighbours.
No,
you said not Neighbours. So
no.
then I corrected myself because you were so emphatic.
No, and you went not Home and Away.
I said not Home and Away, was it?
But was it?
Yeah. She looks like an Oscar there. She looks like a statuette.
She does actually, and the dress again. You have to see it moving.
Versace.
It was exquisite. Obviously, we can't show it moving because we'd be told off.
Versace. There she is.
It's Versace, but I have to say, and she came on the carpet. We were watching with our daughter. We were like, "It's exquisite. It's perfect." But then later on, when she was actually in the audience, she was a bit like,
a bit
like,
Yeah, no. She was in hysterics when John Cena later in the evening came out naked. I don't know.
And she was in hysterics with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the other sort of sensational moments of the night. Ariana Grande.
Wow, I didn't see that last night. Blimey.
Sort of I don't know what that looks like. It
It
sort
looks
of
like a marshmallow on a marshmallow on a marshmallow on a marshmallow, and I just want to lie in it and I want to eat it.
does make you want to hitch a lift, doesn't it? Makes you want to sort of roll around on it and rest your head on it. If she was sat next to me, I'd sort of cuddle up and fall asleep.
I think she's a really good actress. I think she's an amazing singer. I think she's a fantastic comic actress. And I'm looking forward to seeing the Witchy film because she's in
Wicked.
it. But I've met her and she was as cold as ice.
Oh, right. She was
As cold as ice.
She was extremely excited about meeting Michelle Yeoh. You know, I love it when you see major celebs get really excited about meeting other major celebs. Like, oh my God, it's Michelle Yeoh, that's so exciting. And she ran around. With those kind of cuffs, though, you would lose your phone in those cuffs. Well, you would lose you
myself.
in those cuffs. Yeah, you'd lose you. I just want to bury my head into those cuffs. Billie Eilish going for a curious look. I wasn't entirely sure about this. She was one of the artists that wore the protest ceasefire badge. I don't know if I like that.
No, but I do think very much it's generational. Our girls would love that.
Would
But I
they?
don't like that mix mash thing of like old people's clothes and young people's clothes and schoolgirl socks. But we're out of fashion.
But is it dog tooth? Is that the?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Is it dog tooth? Yeah.
But just a note quickly on the pin. The pin for me was better than nothing. But
Yes, of course.
I was really disappointed that so few people said anything. Of course, they could have said stuff on the red carpet that we were never shown.
Well, they could have been, but also let's not beat around the bush. This is a time where if you voice any criticism of Israel, you could have your career completely finished within seconds.
Exactly.
Billie Eilish, I have to say, I was getting Nicola Sturgeon vibes off this outfit, which isn't quite what I expected. I quite like that. She's been playful. Not a fan of the socks, not a fan of the shoes.
No, it's a style. Oh,
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
exquisite.
Greta Lee, this is the lovely actress from Past Lives. You and Kiki watched it the other night.
I really enjoyed that.
That's a beautiful dress. That looks sensational. Didn't really
And
speak
is
to
it
me, that
slashed
film.
right to the back? Looks like her whole back showing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. But I mean, you waft.
I wish
in
I
it,
had the
don't you?
sort of breasts where I could have a backless dress.
Why do you have to have certain breasts?
Because where do you put your breasts?
Well, they stay at the front.
Oh, darling.
What do you mean? They
Sweet
just hang off. I'd have thought the bigger the breast you had, the more it could waft.
No.
If caught in a wind tunnel.
You need support, babe. If you've got
Right.
big bazookas, you need a bra.
Okay, all right. I think I
Otherwise,
understand.
all that anyone is going to see is your bazookas.
Emma Stone, who obviously had a bit of a mishap later in the evening due to the excitement of watching Ryan Gosling dance around like Ken. There she is in a Louis Vuitton dress. How does she walk with that bit at the bottom? I never understand.
Don't ask me. I'm no good with dresses, but I just love Emma Stone and I love everything about her, except I haven't liked this dress or the dress she wore at the BAFTAs.
No.
But I love her, and she's going for something different. She's brave. She hasn't gone for just the classic chic. I can just look good in a shift.
Yes.
So she's being adventurous, but
makes-
it's not for me.
Makes me think of a peppermint cream.
If she was my daughter, I would have gone, are you totally sure?
I know what you mean.
But if she felt beautiful, that's all that
But
matters.
she's exquisite.
Case of taste.
exquisite. Oh, Bradley
Oh,
Cooper brought his
blimey.
mum.
I was going to say, who the hell is that?
Well, as Jimmy-
Who's done that to Barbara Streisand?
As
is
Jimmy
what I actually
Kimmel
thought.
mentioned, there comes
What
a point
is
where if
Barbra
you bring your mum to enough award ceremonies, people will start asking if you're dating her. So that's you didn't like his suit in the last thing. That
I
we
don't
saw.
like that suit either.
Do you not?
No, he looks like a gangster.
He does. His head.
Has it got green buttons?
I think it has got green
Oh
buttons.
no, don't be silly. Just have a nice classic tux.
There it is. She's
Oh,
really.
that's a dreadful suit.
It's a
He
weird
looks like
photo.
he's down the market. Maybe it's a weird angle.
But what do you think of the idea of taking your mum? I quite like that.
Lovely.
And I think Ryan Gosling took his mum as well.
No,
And
he took his
stepdad.
sister.
Or his sister, yeah. America Ferrera.
We shot intake of breath when she came onto the red carpet. She looked exquisite.
Absolutely.
But for our British viewers, is she or is she not the double of Ekin-Su? But with
Oh
short
my
hair?
God, so true. So true. So true. She wore pink. She's there for Barbie, nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
No, yeah, but we're not all the same. Not all women wear the same things.
No protest vote there.
Well, we could...
America Ferrera, if you don't know her, we've also come across her in a brilliant sitcom that Maddie's got us to watch called Superstore.
Well,
She's
and
great.
of course, famously, Betty.
Oh God, of course. Ugly Betty. Davine or Divine Joy Randolph again.
I wanted to say to her, you've changed since the BAFTAs. BAFTAs, she stumbled up.
Right.
She started off a bit formal and then she just broke down and was just herself and was just like,
a lot of
great,
God,
I
wasn't
loved
it?
her speech.
It's fine.
But the speech last night, I was a bit like, oh no, she's thanking a publicist.
God and publicist. I
I
wonder what
thought,
if
she
God
was
is her
gonna thank, I thought
publicist.
she was going to thank her. No, she did say, and there's one person I have to thank. This was right at the end. We thought it was going to be her grandmother.
Yes.
Because when she was introduced, we were told that the glasses that she wears in the movie
Yes.
are her grandmother's.
That was a
I
lovely
thought, oh
bit.
my God, she's just about to say something marvellous about her grandmother. And she went, my publicist. We're like, what? And she goes, no, I know you all know about publicists, but nobody knows about this publicist. So.
But she'll be in a very rarefied place because, of course, she won the Best Supporting Actress. She's won every Best Supporting Actress nomination there's been.
So now
thus
she'll
far.
get a starring role.
So she'll either get a starring role, but also I'd have thought last night she was in a much more prepared mode.
Yeah,
I'd have thought for
she
no
was.
to say,
But
and that was a shame.
I love it when people are just a bit rough
I
around
loved
the
her
edges.
BAFTAs moment, and there she is, blowing kisses, obviously before she.
Joyful,
before
I
she
mean,
went.
joyful, and congratulations to her. I've only ever seen her in
The Idol.
The Idol, and
Billy
I
Idol.
loved her. I loved her in it.
Kerry Mulligan, who I thought is
Exquisite.
I mean,
Old style glamour.
I have to say, I think she looks absolutely stunning there.
She's such a bloody good actress as well.
She really is. I do worry. She looks so teeny tiny.
I thought she looked a bit
Drawn.
drawn.
Yeah, tired. She looked tired.
No,
She
don't
looked-
say that because it's not nice.
Well, from a parental
No,
perspective.
but women do not want to hear that they look tired.
Well, she did.
She's actually got young kids.
I was worried about Paul Mescal at the BAFTAs. I'm worried that they're not getting enough sleep. This is coming from a total
Working
parental.
so hard.
Yeah, bless her. So she looks cool. That for me is old style Hollywood.
Stunning.
Isn't it? There's Lily Gladstone, bless her. And yeah, no, it would have been an astonishing moment if she had won. And if there was any kind of possibility of an upset or a disruption as to what we thought was going to be the established narrative, it was with this actress, Lily
Everyone
Gladstone.
thought she was going to win it.
Yeah, and she did win a couple of other awards en route, so she was the only possible contender.
I mean, I remember very clearly when you came back from watching it, you said no, she just didn't buy the performance at all.
I don't think it was necessarily her fault. I don't think Scorsese and Nolan, two major, directors, they can't write very well for women. So I don't think she was actually given very much to work with in the film. And she's asked to do an amazing thing, which is a true thing, because it's a true story, of falling in love with really quite unpleasant sort of Leonardo DiCaprio. But she's a sweetie. She's an absolutely, lovely woman. Ryan Gosling. I find these suits odd. It looks like his trousers have been pulled up too far, and it looks like his suit is too small.
I don't know what's happened to Ryan Gosling.
Do you think things are all right?
It's the same thing that's happened to Bradley Cooper.
Which is what's that?
So Ryan Gosling, in everything up until
Barbie?
to La La Land, I thought he was absolutely gorgeous.
Right.
Bradley Cooper, I'm sorry to say I would have left you for him.
Right.
In A Star Is Born.
Would you?
He was so wonderful.
Would you?
Everyone fell in love with him.
Okay.
But since then, since La La Land and since Star Is Born, they've both gone to the same place.
Well, what is that place?
I don't know, but they don't look anything like they looked before.
I'm not a fan of the shiny
Don't
strips
like it.
around what are these parts of a coat, a jacket called? Is this the
He
collar?
was more rough and ready, Ryan Gosling.
I don't like the trim. I don't like the trim.
Well, I don't like the suit at all.
I don't like the suit. I don't like the short trousers.
Too showbiz.
It's a bit weird.
I prefer him in a leather jacket.
It's a bit weird. There he is again. He's looking a bit cooler there.
But you see, he's lost his looks. I don't know where they've gone.
No.
Do you know what I mean? He used to be 4.
But I don't think he was ever 4.
He was 4. He was 4 in La La Land.
Okay, he was 4. Cillian Murphy
Cillian Murphy
in Versace.
is. He said afterwards, didn't he? That he was. What is it? He said he was sort of
Bit
stunned
excited.
mute or whatever it was.
He
He said-
was rendered
I said, no,
mute.
tell us when you're not rendered mute. But the point is, you are an actor, and that doesn't mean that you have to be an orator.
Oh, what?
Orator.
Or a narrator.
Orator.
Orator.
An orator. It doesn't mean you have to be a socialite. It doesn't have to mean you have to be extrovert. But my God, we want a bit of something from our stars. And he doesn't give us it.
I have to confess, the most interesting image I've seen of Cillian Murphy in recent years was the photograph of him and Chris Nolan having a drink outside a pub in Soho, where Cillian Murphy is caught down the alleyway having a piss against a wall. It felt like the most human shot I've seen of him, because I feel like
He's got a bit AI.
He's got a bit AI.
Yeah, I said yesterday, I wonder if he's one of those actors that is quite an empty vessel.
Until he fills
Because
up.
there are very, very, very brilliant actors, and they do fall into different groups. And there is a group, there is that type of actor that is almost empty.
Yeah.
And then they fill up with the character. And then there's other kinds of actors that might be like huge empaths that inhabit a character.
Yes.
And I think he might be one of those that fills up. I'm thinking of a very particular actress that I know quite well, that she doesn't have a lot of character. This sounds like I'm being bitchy.
No,
I'm not.
no,
She
no.
would say it as well. But my God, she can just transform. And
So
be.
quite literally, they fill themselves with other people.
Yeah,
I mean, I have
and
to
I
confess.
think Cillian is one of those, because you said yesterday, God, I'm starting to wonder if he's a good actor now. And I went, no.
No. It's not that I'm not.
Remember Peaky Blinders?
No, I'm not. I'm not doubting whether he's a good actor. I do sometimes worry that when you have such a striking set of facial features, you don't have to do much with them for it to look like you're deeply performing or
No,
doing
you do.
something.
You still have to, because you have to feel it. But
No, of course,
but
I get that,
If
but-
I'd never seen Peaky Blinders, I'd be going, what is everyone going on about? I mean, he had the worst haircut in history in
Did he?
Peaky Blinders, and
Oh,
he was
yes.
very sexy.
Yeah.
And he was able to twist from being broken to being evil to being sexy to being
Yeah. Ruthless.
completely numb.
Yes.
He was.
Well, numb is good. I would say that I'd characterise his role in Oppenheimer as being numb, quite the way through it.
Yeah, but he was starving.
No, but my issue with the film, and a lot of people have said this, if someone else contacts me and says, but you know, it was good to not have a film made for 12-year-olds, I would argue that if there was ever a film made for 12-year-olds about the nuclear bomb, Oppenheimer is it. Because for me, it didn't actually go deeply enough into what I felt would be the deep reservoirs of personal strife. Of course it goes there, but I didn't feel it went there enough. And I don't know whether, the jury is out, I'm afraid, on Killian, a little bit. Mark Ruffalo, he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for
We
Poor
love
Things.
Mark Ruffalo because he's against the genocide. There we go, I've done it showbiz so he don't upset anyone.
Yes,
He's
hopefully.
against the genocide,
Yeah.
he's against people being slaughtered.
Good God, how awful. He's for peace. How weird is that?
Peace, man. Careful,
Yeah,
be arrested.
Careful, you could be a
Whoop.
hate marcher.
Whoop.
Yeah. Coleman Domingo, looking lovely. He was nominated for Best Actor.
So gorgeous.
Yeah, he really is. He's such a great actor.
Don't like
as
his
well.
tie though, I just want a normal tie.
I like all his fuss and nonsense. I like his rings. I like his
rings
bangles
and
and
I like
watch.
his bangles.
Robert Downey Jr.
He's gone a bit silly.
I know what you mean.
He's gone a bit tap dancey.
It's a bit Bruce Forsyth. You're absolutely right.
Shiny Saturday floor.
Well, do you want to see a photo that proves the very point? There
Oh
we
my
go.
God, shiny Saturday floor.
He has what's happened. Tap shoes. He's gone tap.
No, but I love him.
I love him.
I love him.
I love his glasses. He's always wears good glasses. There's Jennifer Lawrence, who was handing out one of the gongs.
She
I thought that
looked
was
so
beautiful.
beautiful on the carpet. Her skin was immaculate. Her hair, she was just like a golden goddess. But I wasn't excited by the dress.
I quite like
She's
it. I
still
think
so
it's quite
young.
refreshing.
No, it was like
What, a bit frumpy?
No, she didn't. No way did she look fun. She looked stunning, but I just felt a bit polka dot.
I quite like that. I think it's a refreshing change, a difference. She didn't fall over, whereas Kirsten Dunst walked into an Oscar,
I
as I
love that.
understand.
We love it when they're fallible.
Emily Blunt with a lovely fella, John Krasinski.
She's had a lot of flack for that dress.
Has
the
she?
designer. People saying, "Oh, what is it? I don't understand. Is it a nappy? Why are the shoulders up like that?"
It does look
It's
like a long
creative.
flowing turban attached to her arse.
I mean,
Sorry.
the thing is, I think you can fall foul to a designer's desires. So, when Emily Blunt was sitting in the actual auditorium
Yes.
and she was being given that beautiful speech,
Yes.
I hadn't seen her walk in on the carpet. So if you can see, can you go back to it, Mum? If you see the straps are like this,
Oh, yeah,
right?
they really
so
stick
they're supposed
up.
to be like that. But the whole time all these
Like a
beautiful things were
breastplate.
being said about her, I was thinking, pull your top down.
Pull your shoulders down.
Pull your top down. So I
Right,
didn't
literally
hear
do that.
what was being said. And I was, oh shit, it's supposed to be like
I
that.
noticed her hair had got a bit
So
static.
that is the classic, the dog wagging the tail.
Well, it quite literally looks like a tail, doesn't it? Wagging the... No, I wouldn't call Emily Blunt a dog. She's beautiful and she's lovely. And
So
of
are our
course,
dogs.
she was... Yeah, well, all right, okay. But, Sterling K. Brown. This guy, his performance in American Fiction as the drug-addicted gay black sheep of the family, not on screen much, but my God, it's electrifying.
I liked
He's
him
so
just on
good.
his chats on the red carpet. It's
Oh,
funny.
he's just lovely.
funny. It wasn't
And a
boring.
nice simple suit. I'm not entirely sure what
Loved
that
him. Love everything. Look,
Yeah,
that's
you
what I
like
want.
that? Nice and simple.
Simple.
Yeah, a bloke in a
Classy.
suit. There's Jonathan Glazer, director of The Zone of
Hang on a
Interest,
minute.
with his partner.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, hang on.
Kind of bow.
Okay, well, bow hang.
The royalty of the night.
Yeah,
The royalty of the night. His first Oscar, and what does he do? He doesn't think about his future career. He doesn't think about himself. He doesn't thank his publicist, his mummy, his this, his that. He stands up there and he makes an incredibly powerful statement with real fear. He was shaking.
Yes.
I think, Mark, I don't know what you think. I wondered if some of that was he had to get it said because he thought he was going to get taken off the stage.
he might have. He might have been worried that it could have been closed down. I also think he may have, from what I'm understanding on the sidelines, is he may have got a little bit worried that the film had or was increasingly being used or hijacked by pro-Zionist Israeli kind of supporters and sympathisers, and I think he really wanted to draw a line in the sand and say this is a reminder of inhumanity to all people. This is not a kind of doubling down, because of course when this film was made, the recent sort of October the 7th explosion of events in Israel and Gaza hadn't happened, and so when this film came out and I reacted to the first trailer, my hope, my fear and my worry was, is this director going to see the parallels in what's going on for the Palestinians? Not only did he see them, he read them out, he said them. Clearly not a show busy kind of guy. He just likes to make meaningful, well-made films. And
and as a Jewish man, to stand up on that stage, it was just beautiful. And that is the only way to have peace, where people just look at this with a human heart from both sides. And it was just beautiful, wasn't it?
Florence Pugh.
Gorgeous as ever.
I love her sort of platinum blonde hair. I mean, very Marilyn Monroe, I was getting.
She was beautiful, doesn't
she? She looks absolutely sensational. Gorgeous.
Just a bit like Debbie Harry.
Yeah, a bit of Debbie Harry going on there. Danielle Brooks, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in The Colour Purple.
She looked really sad when she didn't win, and I thought, you know what, look sad, because it is it's such a letdown, but you were bloody nominated, which is insane.
It's always that moment where you think, will it come again? Greta Gerwig obviously wasn't nominated, and she's not in pink.
And whoever the guy was, Kimmel, at the opening speech alluded to that and how outrageous it was.
He did. It was a bit of a PR campaign for Barbie.
Yeah,
it was. Jeffrey Wright,
We
American Fiction.
love him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen American Fiction, but I'm going to see all of these.
Yeah, so many good, really good, interesting mix of films. Just finally, what were some of the other highlights of the night? Obviously, Ken. I'm Just Ken, Ryan Gosling singing a rousing rendition with hundreds of Kens on stage. That was rather good, wasn't it? Again, light-hearted. There was a nice little kind of argument between Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling about the Barbenheimer phenomenon. Her sort of drawing his attention to the fact that, or him drawing her attention to the fact that Barbie led, and she said, well, I think we've kind of proved that we were the stronger. It was quite nice, bit of banter going on there. John Cena, obviously, for costume design, streaked. He had no clothes on. I thought it was quite funny.
Good.
Yeah, came on with just a card in front of him. And finally, we also had Messi, the dog from Anatomy of a Fall, which was just a sweetie. So it was a good night. But
I wish I could have stayed up, but I would have been a mess today. We wouldn't have achieved anything today.
I would have stayed up if I'd felt there was going to be any upsets or any unusual kind of moments.
You never know. Look at the Will bloody Smith year.
Well,
you knew that was going to happen.
And right at the end, let's not beat around the bush. Al Pacino almost dropped everything, didn't he? He didn't announce any of the films.
Any of the other films.
Jesus Christ! So everyone thought it was going to go wrong there too. Anyway, tell us: do you think everyone who should have won did win? What did you think of Jonathan Glazer's speech? And what do you make of Messi the dog?